Applebutter Animated is our collaborative studio. Jackson and I make animation, art installations, and art robots.
We make work collectively, and we're really interested and excited about all things motion.
We actually met back in college. We were both studying animation, and we met in a computer lab, and we were both working on 3D animation homework. So we kind of already started knowing each other by working on animation together, and we just share things that we liked, videos, different artwork, and kind of talked about what we liked, what we didn't like, and started making projects together in school.
We kind of have different backgrounds. Megan's does a bit more drawing and has an art background, and I did more of 3D and technical stuff within animation. Really just enjoyed our collaboration, and we worked really well together. We started dating and continued to make work together throughout college. And after college, we weren't super excited by the job prospects for junior positions in animation, and we thought we'd give it our own shot. That's when Applebutter Animated started. We had some side hustles at the beginning. It wasn't always easy, but after a few years it really started going, and we were able to do that full time. And having control over our own time gave us the space to explore ideas outside of animation. That's where projects like this start.
Away from keyboard residency, which is this artist residency that we set up at Wonder Museum in Chicago, basically it's 3 art robots that we program, and we collaborate with local artists to program artwork on those machines. Each machine runs over 60 hours a week and makes a print each week.
We didn't have a robotics background. We didn't study anything near this technical. It was really just a passion project that we found fun. Megan paints with her hands, and we have other friends that do the same. And I really wanted to join them, but I didn't think I had the time to learn to paint and do all this animation work. And that was where the idea of, oh, maybe a robot that could paint started. As we automate and optimize our work, we tend to just pack in more and more work instead of giving ourselves maybe more space for leisure and life outside of work. So we worked with local artists. We asked them to come up with work for the machines to paint, and then at the same time asked them to explore a small leisure practice connected to that work. I think with away from keyboard residency, we are really interested in this idea of getting away from the keyboard, and hopefully it kind of serves as a reminder to people to maybe step away and enjoy life.
Some of our animations are more installation-based. We have a film called Shorthand Stasis that we made to be exhibited in a gallery show. Shorthand Stasis is more meant to be an animation that is kind of ambiently enjoyed. You walk around in a space and you might come back to it later, and you kind of experience it in a way that you might not experience it in a theater. I think for us, for that film in particular, it's not really about seeing the whole film from start to finish. It's more about inspiring a mood or a feeling or an idea.
We've also been lately exploring just really short tests with 3D animation. We really are trying to smear and make a sort of very expressive 3D look. 3D is often very kind of tight and robotic, and you don't mess with the model too much. And we're trying to really push how far we think 3D can go and how expressive it can be. Experimental animation is what we were really interested in when we went to school, and that's about setting up a sort of experiment and seeing if it will work or not, seeing if it will make something exciting or completely flop. We get really excited when we take those chances.
We want to make more art installation projects and think outside of the box of what's possible in animation. I think we kind of touch on it with our art robotics. You can't necessarily call it animation, but to me it feels similar.
I think at the end of the day, animation and robotics aren't that different. You build something and then you make it move. So there's a lot of similar principles to explore. A lot of our work goes in lots of different directions. I think one thing we're really excited about in the next coming year or two is kind of bringing everything back together. How can we use a painting machine and more of animation imagery and put those together? Can we create a sequence of images with the machine and a sort of unified universe between painting work and animation work and installation work? I think that's something that really keeps us going. We also build a lot off each other, so passing work back and forth and, oh, I love this little thing that you added, or I hate this little thing that you added, let me make it better. That sort of back and forth really gets us excited and makes it a lot more fun.